Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we discuss Kyzir White, and yes, the Chargers already regret letting him walk in free agency. Today we discuss that and break down some film, not what he does via the pass defense, but what he can do downhill and side to side.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we scream and fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today, we're talking Kyzir White. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that bell so you know when these videos drop. Plus, shout out to Manscaped for still sponsoring these videos. Use promo code Philly Mike for 20% off and free shipping. Philly Mike, all lowercases, for whatever you want. You want the bundle? Go get it. You want a one-off? Go get it. You will not be disappointed, just like Kyzir White will not disappoint us in 2022. Now, an article was written and/or a topic was talked on a Chargers podcast. Not one of the guys like me, although when we first got him, guys like me in Charger Nation were upset. But now a journalist, beat writer / guy has a show, and he decided to voice his opinion. The topic of the show was things we wish did / did not happen over the past offseason. And one of my specific topics I touched on was the Chargers' decision to let Kyzir White walk in free agency, only to see the Eagles sign him on a one-year deal worth up to just $5 million. When it comes to the money alone, the decision just doesn't compute. Now, nobody in Charger Nation is saying this guy is a all-pro, the best guy ever, but he does a little of everything. When we first got him, we broke down that he was a former safety. He can guard in the slot. He can play against a tight end, a running back coming out. But what we didn't talk about is his ability to go side to side and also downhill and be physical. He's a former safety. He's not the biggest guy. And side to side, he runs about a 4.6, 4.7. He's not Micah Parsons flashing, but he got football speed. We're going to break down some film via Fran Duffy and the Eagles on what he can do in a physical, stop and a run, side to side, down a hill type linebacker. And I just think that he's going to play a big role. The linebackers we got now, we have so many, and I'm not even trying to downplay the TJ Edwards and the Davion Taylors. They're going to have to fight to get snaps over guys like Kyzir White and Nakobe Dean. And I think different packages are going to bring different people. We know Hassan Reddick is going to occupy a linebacker spot, although he's a pass rush specialist. That's not to say Nakobe Dean won't rush the passer, and either Kyzir White too. But we know he drops back in zone. We know he can play a little bit man. But let's go break down a little bit of what he does via stopping the run. And we start here. Going against the Raiders, he's going to attack an offensive guard. I mean, that's a big dude. Not only does he stand him up, he's going to move him to the side and just make the tackle. That is not a tight end. That is not a defensive end. That's an offensive guard. And he just moves him and gets the play. Here, you got him going against the Patriots, and he's going to take on the center. Yes, the center. Now, the center chips one of the defensive linemen there, but again, he's taking him on, man-to-man, throws him to the side, and makes the goal line stand. He brings him down at the 2, and you can always use that from a linebacker position. First of all, we don't have cover linebackers. He's going to help us there. And not many of our linebackers can even do that. TJ Edwards did step up. But Singleton, Jannard Avery, Jannard Avery was only really used on what we want to use Hassan Reddick at. He was a broken down Hassan Reddick, really broken down. But this is a guy who can do multiple things. He's not going to play, well, you never know. He might play at an all-pro level. I'm not going to cap his ceiling, but the Chargers let him go because he wasn't that superstar. But he does a lot of the dirty work. Leading the team in tackles, you got to love that. Here, he's going to look to follow the guy who motions. So you're going to get some motion in here. He's going to see it, and then he realizes the play is going to the opposite side. He's looking at the running back going to the opposite side. The tight end's job is to block him, right? One-on-one, he got to block number 44, Kyzir White. Kyzir White keeps his back straight up. He doesn't cheat. He keeps his gap integrity because the play could cut back, which it does. But he keeps his gap integrity, fights off the block, and still makes the tackle. It's an assist, but he gets it done. And again, a lot of people want to get out of their gap when something like that happens, or they want to get side to side. They don't want to stand straight up. And he's able to stay where he needs to be and make the play. This is a great one. Going against the stinking Cowboys. Yes, Zeke's going to take it all the way to the outside. And again, he keeps his body squared up. That's what I was trying to say. Not straight, squared up to make Zeke not go inside, makes him go outside, and still gets the tackle. We'll watch here. Kyzir White is going to watch Zeke the whole time. Boom. Stay. Now you're finished. You got nowhere else to go. But again, real quick on this play right here, let's rewind it back. Look at this. Zeke could want to go up here, but nope, Kyzir White still watching him. Okay, Zeke got to bounce it out. Kyzir White still watching him. Zeke trying to do this. Kyzir White still watching him. Well, guess what? Kyzir White going to be going against this team not once, but twice. And yes, the Cowboys lost to a lot of good teams last year. Well, Chargers didn't make the playoffs. Kyzir White lost to the Cowboys. Now you with the Eagles. You got 2 chances to make it up. Nice tackle by Kyzir White. And here, we got them going against the Chiefs, I believe. Yes, Kyzir White in the middle of the defense. We're going to get a little wide receiver reverse. It doesn't fool Kyzir White. So he stays disciplined. He's going to move over because guess what? If it's not a run, guess who he got to guard? Yes. Is that number 87? Is that what they call the best tight end in the NFL? A Kelsey brother? They got football in their blood. We got one of the good ones. They got the other good one. With that being said, he's going over there to make sure he's not running a route. And then here comes the end around. Kyzir sniffs it out, stays. Gap and stays. Doesn't panic. Side to side, meets him. Good night. Nighty night, good night. And again, these are a couple highlights throughout the whole season. He's not going to be he's worth every penny of that $5 million. And he's still young. I'm not trying to say he can't be an all-pro, but I'm not trying to sell him to you guys like, oh, my God. But when you see what we got in the secondary with Bradbury mixed in with Darius Slay, with Maddox already there, adding to Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, getting a guy like Brandon Graham back, getting Davion Taylor even back, and adding the pieces fit. And linebacker has always been a problem for the Eagles since Jordan Hicks left and Nigel Bradham was here. And we can go farther back with the Jeremiah Trotters and all that, right? We do not get linebackers in here. And so by drafting one and signing one that I see fan base and journalists saying, we should have brought him back. He's a do-it-all type player. Low-key because of the Hassan Reddicks, the A.J. Browns, the James Bradburys, the Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis. All these signings going a little bit underlooked, and I do believe a couple of you guys in the content community and in the chat sometimes always likes why we keep forgetting about them. And maybe I did low-key forget, but reading Bleeding Green Nation's article on a Chargers show / writer saying, dang, one of my biggest regrets was letting this man go. I'm like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And we're getting closer and closer to training camp and the regular season. I can't wait to witness it all with you. We're going to be going live more. Once again, listen, it's hot out there. You got to stay manscaped. Use the bundle. They got it all. Shampoo, conditioner, deodorant. Or if you want to get a one-off, make sure you good upstairs, downstairs. Use promo code Philly Mike, 20% off and free shipping. Philly Mike, all lower cases. I appreciate it. And once again, you know what we do. You know how we do. It's about that time. Summer's easy to grow.
Flowers everywhere.
Now we got to do it during the season. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. We out.